What's up, Do You Even Blog tribe? In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through my review and a short little tutorial on Flodesk. Fancy pants email marketing softwares, and more specifically, I'm going to be comparing it to the other email platforms I have personally used a lot over the past couple of years. ActiveCampaign, I still use them, actually. MailChimp, ConvertKit. I had to think for a second. I've also used Aweber, Sendinblue, MailerLite, and a few others, but those are the ones I have the most experience with, so that's what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to do some pros and cons for my main review, but before I do, give me 60 seconds just for my general thoughts, the general review. I like it. I've actually been quite pleasantly surprised at how well Flodesk works and all the features you get at this price point. It's very affordable. It's one of the best on the market for this. It's beautiful. Their email builder just works. It's intuitive. Probably my favorite one out of every email platform I've ever used. Their audience segmentation is great. The automations, they're great. They work. We'll talk about a little bit of what they're lacking, but for the features you get, and especially if you are mainly into newsletters, maybe a few simple automations, but mostly newsletters and some forms, you can't beat it. I really do approve. I put the Pete stamp of approval on Flodesk for email marketing. I really do. So I have 6 pros and 3 cons. The first pro, and honestly the reason I even went to try out Flodesk, was the price. $38 a month for, wait for it, unlimited subscribers. Even as your email list grows, you don't pay more. And by the way, hashtag affiliate marketing. If you use my affiliate link, you actually get 50% off for life. $19 a month for unlimited subscribers. Are you kidding me? That's absolutely fantastic. Compare that to MailChimp, which if you have about a 5,000 subscriber email list, you're about $50-ish a month. Compare that to ActiveCampaign, that's well over $100 a month. And even ConvertKit has gotten way more expensive over the past couple of years. It beats everybody else on price, period. For what you get, especially, I think there are great features here, beats everybody else on price, 100%. Next up, the email editor. I swear, I love ActiveCampaign's automations. I love ConvertKit's automations. They've gotten way better too. The email builder, actually writing out an email, putting in images, GIFs, linking to videos, like that sort of thing. Flodesk wins, period. Take my money all day long. It just works. 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have said that because of one thing, that was bullet points, but they fixed that. Now bullet points work. Oh, it's amazing. It's so intuitive. Increase font sizes here and there over here, but not over here. Increase the background color of different text blocks and these blocks and these blocks and buttons. It's totally customizable. It's intuitive. It's easy. It's user-friendly, and it just works, and it's beautiful. I love it. By far my favorite of any of the platforms I have used, period. Second place being MailChimp. I actually really like MailChimp's email builder. Some people actually don't really like that. I could see why. Flodesk is still better, but it wins. Pro number 3 might actually be a con as well. It looks great. Now, I was actually a little bit afraid. If you look at Flodesk's branding and the email templates they have, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a guy, and they looked a little feminine. They looked pretty girly. Most of their examples and templates in their audience is catered towards women, so I actually just want something a little bit more simple, less colors, less e-commerce looking stuff, right? I want mine to be like a newsletter, like a text-heavy newsletter. I was actually pleasantly surprised with their templates. Everything just looks great. It looks great on desktop, mobile, all that stuff works absolutely fine. I've encountered 0 issues with that. It just looks great, especially if you like their branding and design. You should be good to go. But even if you don't, like me, it's actually pretty customizable, and you can make it look however you want. And you can also save your own templates for like reuse. Sign me up. I love it. The next pro is just the user experience in general. Scheduling out emails in advance, including and excluding different parts of your audience for certain emails based on, their behavior. They call them segments. I'll show you around in just a second. Building out forums and hitting publish, like the whole workflow of writing emails, creating forums, and creating automations, really smooth. You could tell they have like beginners and or intermediate people in mind when they created this, because the entire user experience is just really well done. I can't say that about ActiveCampaign. I can't say that about Drip and some of the other ones. Actually, Drip's okay, but in general, their user experience is amazing. It's super easy. I recommend it. 2 more pros, really quick. They have custom fields. If you're an advanced user and you know how to use custom fields in an appropriate way. And the last big pro I have is that their automations are actually still pretty strong. Automations are also a con, which I'll talk about right now. But for the price point, $19 a month for unlimited subscribers, and they have automations, and they're going to be adding more features soon. This is actually my last pro. I just changed it right here on the fly. I just changed it. My last pro is that they're still in beta phase. They're still new. They're still working on the product. This is good news. I personally love this sort of stuff. They're fixing things frequently. They're adding new features frequently. They're trying to like keep up with the ConvertKits and ActiveCampaigns and MailChimps and stuff like that. That's actually a huge pro in my book. Get in now while the getting's good at the price point, $19 a month, and they'll keep adding features. That's a pro. Okay, no, I still have them on my paper here. Cons. They don't have traditional tags. They have segments, which, you can segment people based on their purchase history. You can segment based on their interest. You kind of have to do it manual for now. You can do them in automations, don't get me wrong, but they don't have tags. A lot of platforms like ActiveCampaign, you can do a bunch of different segmenting. They have tags and then custom fields, and then you can do other lists and stuff like that. And the same thing in MailChimp, like you can have groups and lists and tags and a whole bunch of different ways to segment your audience that all function kind of different. Flodesk, for better or worse, just has segments. And I actually miss my tags. I like having a lot of tags for each user because I like just knowing that sort of stuff. I don't know. Maybe they'll add it in the future. Maybe they're not. I've actually not been bothered by not having it as much as I thought. Spoiler alert, and I'll show you this in a second. I actually created a custom field I named tags. And when I imported all my subscribers who had tags from ActiveCampaign, I just threw all those tags in that custom field. So I can still go through the subscribers and see who did what. It's not as powerful, but I don't know. I haven't really been bothered by it. I don't miss tags. All right, 2 more cons here. The second one is their automations are still not that powerful. I have a feeling they're going to add more, namely 2 things. Goals, as in when some event happens, somebody makes a purchase or something, a tag is added, they get pulled down in the automation workflow. Flodesk doesn't have that yet. They do have actions, but they just haven't added it yet. I feel like this is coming soon. I don't know this for sure, but they're missing goals. And there's also no way to move subscribers around in the workflow. For example, on ActiveCampaign, they have a send to this part of the automation little action, and then you click it and you drag it to where you want to point people in that stuff. They don't have that in Flodesk. And there's a few other things that you might miss from a ConvertKit, especially if you're an ActiveCampaign or Drip user and you have super fancy stuff and automations. They're not quite that powerful yet. I hope they will be, but they're not yet. And the last big con I could come up with really is that their forms aren't that customizable. You can change the background colors, you can add an image, you can change fonts, font sizes, you can obviously edit the text, and they have inline forms and pop-ups as well as a simple landing page, but that's kind of about it. They're not super customizable yet. Maybe they'll do more in the future. I don't really know. Also, I don't care about this particular con because I don't use their forms. I have Elementor across my site and I use lead pages and I connect it all to Flodesk using Zapier. I don't really care about this con, but if you need highly customizable forms, you don't really get that yet with Flodesk. All right, my friends, so I just whipped up Flodesk right here. Let me give you a quick tour and just small tutorial in case you want to see around the program. First up, signing up is super simple. You will obviously want to use my affiliate link, which is dyeb.link/Flodesk. That'll take you right there. Signing up is pretty easy. Like I said, the one thing you'll probably want to do is set up your email and domain, as in your from email. For me, it's pete@doyouevenblog.com. You'll have to verify it. You'll go check it. Same thing with setting up your domain. You will go through a few steps. They'll actually walk you through it. You'll put in your DNS, host, GoDaddy or Namecheap or SiteGround or whatever you got going on, and they'll walk you through it step by step. It took maybe 15 minutes for me to go check, and you'll have to upload a little file or something. I don't actually remember. It did it in 15 minutes, and then an hour later it said verified. Okay. Yeah, I guess that worked. You can also go in and update your brand colors. So these will appear in all the little color drop downs, and add your company details and address and your logo, and that'll kind of pop into your email templates on autopilot. That's pretty handy. You can also set up double opt-ins and customize that right here, and also just a generic thank you page. I like this, by the way. They also have copywriting suggestions. I'll show you this in just a second. It's actually pretty cool. Integrations, I've never actually looked at. Well, I do use Zapier, actually. I use Zapier for a bunch of different stuff, but apparently there's more here. Importing subscribers, that's generally pretty easy. Again, the user experience here, I was actually really happy with. You will go to all subscribers here. You just click on audience, go to add subscriber, and you can add an individual if you like, or upload a CSV. You'll need their name and email and all that good stuff if you're migrating. It's actually really easy and straightforward. This is where you can come see people. Obviously, you can click to view details, their open rates, what they have looked at recently. There are also segments and and data. Managing subscribers. The next thing I want to talk about, segments. I mentioned that they don't have tags, but they have segments. You can create a new segment right here, create new segment, and it could be purchased XYZ or opted into XYZ. And you choose a color and you are good to go. I'll just show you some of these. You can also delete these. Of course, you can also download and export these. I have my online impact community. I uploaded subscribers and I automatically put them in these upload segments. I also have people who have purchased BMF, my new program, purchased this other thing, and that's pretty much it. You might end up having more segments. You can kind of use these like tags in ConvertKit or Drip or ActiveCampaign or whatever. That's exactly kind of how they function, but alas, they're not tags. They are technically segments. All right, emails, the fun part. So you click on emails, you'll see the ones that you have sent out. Here's one I'm going through a flash sale right now. So I sent this one this morning. You can click to view results and analytics. It'll show you open rates, click-through rates, and bounces and unsubscribes and all that great stuff. Pretty standard. I don't use this a ton, but you can dive into your analytics there, obviously. The templates, you are welcome to browse through on your own accord. By the way, you can actually segment the actual emails based on folders. I haven't done that yet, but that just seems cool. You start organizing your emails that you've sent and are going to send. Let's just do create a new email. You can select your template. You can also save your own templates. You'll actually build it out first, start from scratch right here. And it says my favorites. That's because I've already created two. One is my online impact template. Click view details and it'll open it up and you can choose to use it or not. And then I have my normal newsletter template that I've saved. Click through here. You can look at different ones to start with, or you can just do start from scratch. I'm just going to choose one of these right here. Click view details. You can read more about it. You can also see what it looks like on mobile, and then click customize to start building out your email. Now let's talk about the email builder. I'm actually super excited to show you this. This is my favorite part of this entire thing. It just works. It just works. I love it. If you click out here anywhere, you can update the background color of the email. Let's see how ugly we can make this. You can click in any block, like this is my logo. It was inserted automatically. I just hit delete. Boom, it's gone. You want to duplicate things? Just hit this one. Boom, it's duplicated. You want to click in here and bold some text? You can click up here, or you can just use shortcuts as well. You want to make these bullet points? Well, they just added this like a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why they didn't have it before, but they did. It works well. If you wanted to make a headline right here, you just start typing in, this is a headline. You'll obviously want to select it. I'm going to go ahead and make it bold. I'm going to come over here to size and just increase it. Boom. Drop that down. Change fonts. Obviously, they got a bunch to choose from. They all look really great. I've been really happy with how these look. Light, you can choose the thickness, of course. Font color, you can do whatever you want. You can also add in all your custom colors if you know the codes for it. Alignment, all caps. I kind of like that feature. It's a little small thing, but I like it. You can update the spacing, letter spacing, of course, and the line height. And furthermore, you can also edit the block settings. You can actually click this button. It'll take you there, or you can see how I was a second ago. You can click over here. Block. You can choose the background color. I like to use different colored blocks in all my emails. Maybe not this particular color, but alas. And you can also update the padding. I love this. I love adding like a little bit more padding to mine, just so it's like maybe not that much, but like spaced out. Padding left looks really great. Add padding here, padding here. You can come down here, click the plus button to add a new block. Video will actually link out to a video. It'll ask you for a URL. It'll give you can put in an address. It looks really cool. Spacer, if you just need to add more space. They have some layouts to choose from. Some just really cool, fancy stuff. I love these. That's really cool. I don't actually use them a whole lot for my own emails, but it's pretty cool. You add that image in here. You can also change the layout. You can come over here and change the link if you want it to link to something. You can obviously click in here to write some text. It's just amazing. Everything is pretty intuitive. It just works. I love this. In fact, you can insert their first name and or like have a fallback right here. I actually deleted this the first time I wrote an email here and I was like, wait, how do I do that again? How do I insert that? And I was like, maybe I'll just type in @. Boom, it showed up. I was like, wow, it's intuitive. I love it. So you can do first name, and then if there's a fallback, you say blogger and save it. So it'll have their first name, and if they don't have a first name set, it'll just say blogger. I love their email builder. I gotta say, I've been super happy with it. Most of this happens by default down here. The unsubscribe, I actually thought this was really cool, but you can edit your message with some templates. Like friendly, cool, we get it. Inboxes get out of control. Sometimes you just need to blah, blah, blah. And you can even change it up. An honest email, a caring, you can unsubscribe all you want, but you'll always be in our heart. Just some funny things like this that make this product that much more interesting. I love that. I do. I really do. You can save the template right here. You can also send a test email at any time using this thing right here. And that's pretty much the entire email builder. Everything just works. I've been super happy with this. I really have. Everything just works as it should. Like when I click this, I expect this to happen. It happens. I can't say that about ActiveCampaign. Their email builder is clunky and terrible. And I don't like the way it looks and it doesn't feel good. This one, Flodesk, really, really solid. And just really quick, I'll go through the next steps because I think it's just beautiful. It just works. Who's this email coming from? You can change your from name. You can also switch up your email address. Obviously, subject line and the preview text, and you choose who it goes to. Add segments. There's always going to be one called all subscribers. You could do that. And you can also exclude people. If I wanted to exclude my online impact people, you could also just start typing and it works. There you go. Including all my subscribers, excluding online impact. I'll hit save and you can continue to add different recipients there, individuals, segments, upload CSV if you ever, I don't know why you would do that, but, and then you can schedule it out. You can send it now, or you could schedule it out for later in advance. It actually works pretty well. Just do that, click your time, and you're good to go. You can also send a test right from here in case you want to do it last minute. And one of my favorite things I'm actually not going to show you because I would have to send the email, I believe, or maybe I wouldn't. Actually, now to think about it, once you actually hit send, it'll give a little pop-up for like 5 seconds that's like, sending is in progress. And then there's a button right beneath it that says something like, do you want to cancel last minute? I don't know why, but this is really, really impressive to me. Like if you accidentally hit the send button or you change your mind at the last minute, you just click the button and it stops. Just like that 5-second window. Valuable. All right, so let me go back out here to the home page and let's walk through workflows, i.e. automations. Actually, forms, we'll just do that really quick. It looks just like the email builder, really, but you can't add a whole lot. I'm gonna actually create a new one. Let's do like a inline, like if you're gonna add a form in a blog post or something like that. They have some to get you started here. I like this one right here. That's it. Inline with image. You also have to add them to a segment. Every time they opt in for this, maybe you're giving out a freebie or something like that. If you're going to kick off an automation, like if you're going to deliver the freebie with a welcome sequence, just choose that segment or whatever. This is what it looks like. Edit your image here. The form, you can make the buttons look different or the forms look different. You can do all sorts of stuff. It's pretty easy. And you go next, you hit publish. It's actually going to give you the option to do double opt-in. I'm going to hit no. Going to continue. There's a few more things to go through here. I do not want to be notified when anybody opts in to this form. I would like to redirect to a URL. It could be thanks or something like that. Or you could just display your, default success message there. Continue. And there you go. You can actually install this, install the following JavaScript and every part of the website, and you have to install that in your head. I'm not going to go over that in this video. And then there's the code to actually paste in your HTML wherever you want the thing. And there's actually a little bit more advanced options here. If you use Genesis eNews, or you could get the raw HTML code, disable JavaScript, disable CSS, keep going. That's pretty fancy, right? Pretty fancy. Moving on to workflows. That's about it for forms, by the way. The landing pages look exactly the same way. Actually, this is what it looks like. Share page link, copy, new tab, paste. This is what it looks like, this general format. And you can't actually change it a lot. This was one of my cons, remember? You can update the colors, the fonts, the sizes, the width of the page, but you can't like keep going with more copy. You can't drag more text blocks in at the moment. I'm hoping they'll add that in the future, but right now you kind of can't. All right, so automations, they have workflow folders as well, which I actually think is really cool. New workflow, they have a few templates to choose from. I found that they're not all that exciting. There's only a few of them and they're all really close to the same. Let's go to lead magnet delivery right here. You can preview one of the emails, which really doesn't tell us anything. And then you'll actually get to edit the workflow. So this is it. I don't know why this was really a template. I guess I just edited the text on here, but alas. This is where you add how people get into the automation, and they're added to a segment, and you choose your segment. Somebody's added to this one right here. And then you can add time delays, emails, a condition, like where you split people off, and then an action, like do something with a segment. That's the only action they have right now. Again, remember, that was one of the cons. They only have segments right now. You add to a segment or remove from a segment. That's the only action they have other than emails, delays. So obviously here is an email. You click over here to update. Once you click on that, subject line, preview text, you can update right from here, which I actually really like. Time delays are really, really straightforward. 1 day, 1 hour, minute. You can do like 3 days, doesn't matter. Certain period of time. You can also wait till a certain time of day or a specific day of the year. Like if you were to collect birthdays, you could do that. And the only other thing I'm really missing here is condition. That's what they're called. This splits into a yes or no thing, and the condition is usually like belong to this segment, or you can also do if they opened the previous email or clicked a link in the previous email. You can also do this based on custom fields. If a custom field matches an exact value, you could do XYZ. I actually think that's pretty cool. Not exactly sure how I would use it right now. So if they're in this segment, as in if they've purchased this thing, then they get this path. And if they don't, they get this path. And that's pretty much it, actually. Now that I think about it, everything works really well. I've tested this a little bit on my own thing, on some of these other automations I have. It just works. I wish they had a little bit more. I can't wait for them to add more features, but it does work. All right. That's going to do it for me talking about Flodesk up in here. Again, hashtag affiliate marketing. If you use my affiliate link, which is in the description below, you will get half off for life. $19 a month for unlimited subscribers. Still pretty amazing. Still one of my top pros. That's unbelievable, especially that, the program actually works. It's fantastic. Hashtag YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you found it helpful or if you just want to troll me. That's fine too. I'll see you guys next time. Good luck. Have fun. Flodesking. Adios.